Hey guys, and welcome to episode 11 of Live with Lewis. I'm Matthew Lewis, and here we have Cody Mason, teacher at Clearfield. Roll the intro. That was a little mess of the intro. How you been?
Pretty good. How about you, man?
Been good. Been doing good. So, first question, ask everybody, and I'm gonna ask you the same question. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up right here in Morehead, Kentucky.
Okay.
I grew up right here in Morehead, Kentucky. Went to Tilton Hog, Round County Middle, Round County High School. Graduated the same year as you.
I need to get some better questions. Is what I need to do. Ask the same, or I need to get people that didn't go to Round County, stuff like that. So you went to high school, Round County, just like everyone else. So did you get married?
I did. I got married in 2020 to my wife, Abby. She graduated with us as well. We started junior year of high school.
Yeah.
We live still here in Morehead, Kentucky. She's in PA school currently.
That's awesome.
Yep. So she's finishing up in May, and so we're still here.
Okay. So after high school, what'd you do?
After high school, I started right away at Morehead State. Went into P through 5 education. Graduated in 2020, so right in the middle of the virus.
Yeah.
Teaching. Student teaching got stopped right in March. So
man, I bet you that was crazy.
It was pretty crazy, and didn't get to walk my college graduation, so that sucked. But it's what it is. Finished up and started teaching right away the next year.
Really? So you started in 2021?
I started in 2020, so it'd have been of August of 2020. So first year 2020, 2021 would have been my first year.
Okay. Well, that's cool. So what the reason the intro was kind of crazy. What grade do you teach?
I teach 5th grade.
You teach 5th grade?
5th grade, yeah. I've taught 5th grade all 3 years so far.
Really? Sorry, I use this. Everybody knows I use this for my notes. Okay. So the real question that I have, and probably everybody else has, what made you want to become a teacher?
I know a lot of people don't find it very beneficial, but do you remember in high school how we had like that career path thing that they sort of assigned you? I got child development, so I was with Carla D. Hart a lot. She was great. Yeah. And I got placed my senior year at Rodburn to do some work experience with Mary Jones there. She's an awesome teacher. And I just really fell in love with it, and I just felt like that was my calling. I felt like I was led to it, and just thought it was something I could make a difference in, and that led me to that career. Yeah, there's been a lot of teachers, helped me through everything I've been through. So, I mean, I'm sure me and everybody else really appreciate, you becoming a teacher and sticking with it and everything like that. That's just awesome, man. And also, just with elementary, you don't get many males, and I know that you have a lot of female role models that are great, and I just think that kids need some male role models at that grade level as well. And it really drew me into elementary. Yeah. So did you always want to do 5th grade? Or to be quite honest, I didn't want to do kindergarten or 5th grade. That was really the two, because 5th grade it's really heavily tested, and kindergarten's just a little younger than I wanted to go. Yeah. But I really enjoyed 4th grade, but I think that was a lot of my student teaching was in 4th grade. A lot of my placements were in 4th grade. So it was just a lot of 4th grade, and I felt like confident in the content there. But 5th grade's been great, and it's been really similar, and I've really enjoyed it. That's awesome, man. I'm 5th grade. That's crazy. 5th grade. Yep. So like you started going to college. How long did it take you? Well, if you started, so we graduated in 2016. 2016. So it took you 4 years to get a teaching degree? 4 years. Yep. I went straight through 4 years. I wanted to try to graduate just a half semester early, just to sort of have a little break, because I've been school. Right. But I didn't get all the credits I needed, so I stuck all 4 years. Really? The best 4 years of your life? Or? Yeah. It was a good experience. I didn't do the frat scene. My wife was in a sorority, so but I just went to school, done my work, and got through it. That's right. Got through it. Yep. That's awesome. So let's say you wasn't a teacher. What do you think you'd be? What was the backup plan? To me, it was really teaching or bus as much, because I really didn't think like backup, but it would have definitely been something with sports. I really think. It seems like all through high school and everything. Like, as you can tell, you're number one Cats fan. Big Tech fan. Yeah, I would love to do something with sports, whether it been sports,
medicine or something
sports,
like that.
Just anything with sports. And I I have that passion. Like I wouldn't care to do something with sports. Like,
yeah,
I mean, within the school system, but yeah, I think it would have been something with sports if I had to.
That's awesome.
Go a different career route.
So how crazy actually are you about the cats?
Pretty crazy. That'd be a question for my wife. That was my brother, like, that called her out before. She always talks about how that before the game, I'm on the phone before the game, reading all the information before the game,
right?
Listen to podcasts before the game, and then after, it's another 2 hours of reflecting with my brother. About an hour phone call with my brother. That's what he just called. And then another hour of looking up all the stats, different pressers, and then if they lose, being upset for a whole 24 hours on the rest of the week. So it's tough around the house when Kentucky loses, but it's I have a whole room in my house dedicated to UK.
Really? That's awesome. Yeah. So is it just UK basketball or is it football too?
UK basketball and football. We've actually had season tickets since we were juniors in high school. My brother have. So and I lucked out with those. I was on Craigslist, of course, all places in high school, and I found a guy that used to play for UK, and he bought tickets for me. I didn't have to give the K Fund donation. So
that's awesome. So what's that?
So if you buy season tickets to the University of Kentucky, they attach like a K Fund donation. Yeah. And it just goes to the athletic department. It makes them a little more expensive, but so it's nice not to have to.
Maybe you should start teaching, at UK.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll cut you a deal.
Well, that's a good thing with Abby being in the PF program at UK. I maybe get
discounts later on. That's awesome. That's awesome. So where are you? I don't know if I've already asked it. Where are you teaching at?
I teach at Clearfield.
Clearfield. Yep. Clearfield. I went to Clearfield for a while.
Did you?
Yeah, I went to Clearfield for 2 years, and then I went to McBrayer for 3. So I was in 3rd and 4th grade at Clearfield, and then 1st, 2nd, and 5th at McBrayer.
Gotcha.
So what kind of a question I had personally? What question or what like who influenced you kind of to? I know we talked about like what made you become a teacher, but was there anybody that kind of influenced you to become a teacher, or?
I had some really great teachers growing up. I mean, all throughout. I know, like I said, my experience at Rodburn at the time with teachers I was with that really shaped me and helped in with Carla D. Hart. And I remember Miss Hood in middle school. I remember. Yep. I talked to her quite a bit, and just there's a lot of teachers that really played a different, especially elementary. When I went to Tunhog, I had a great experience at Tunhog. I remember I can reflect back on those memories, and just a lot of great teachers throughout the whole process, and
kind of shaped me
and made me want to go into that profession as well.
Awesome. That's so cool. I asked this question to everyone. If you can live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
What would you say? Where's your place?
Well, honestly, it's Colorado.
Colorado.
I think I don't know. Well, I love it here. I love it in Moorhead, but I think if I had to move anywhere, it'd be Colorado. Just because you can either pick to live in the city scene, or you can live somewhere where you see, 10 people a year.
Yeah. I think somewhere out that way would be. I've never been out west. I really want to go out west. So
you mean too? I've never been either, so I might get out there. And be like,
I could see that as well. I like the beach. I don't see it somewhere that I could live full time. I think it'd be a good place to go in the winter. But I'd say probably somewhere out Colorado that way as well.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. So, have you where's the number one vacation spot that you usually go?
We usually go down Destin, Panama area. That's where
I'm thinking about vacation ideas. Is why I'm asking.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's where we went last year to Panama. The year before that, Destin, and then Panama the year before that. So we want to go somewhere different. I think we talked about trying to go out west soon, or maybe even like the Virgin Islands. We want to go somewhere we're both graduate. Like I'm working on my master's degree right now, so I graduate in May. Well, it'll be around June. I graduate in May, so just sort of like a
a good job. Yeah.
Just a celebration trip, just being done with school. I feel like it's been constant school my whole life, but
it seems like it has. I mean, ever since you went straight, and then now you work. I didn't even think about that. Now you work in school.
Yep.
That's
school.
Yeah. Me and my wife, we went on a vacation to Seattle to see her brother, and that was different. It wasn't what I thought it would be, but we went there. It was okay. But another thing, okay, so you love the cats, you're always teaching. What's some other hobbies you got?
Man, right now my life revolves around school, sports, and just family, friends. I just like to hang out with my family and my friends. Just outside of that, I don't have much time for anything else.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm taking classes 3 nights a week.
What are you taking classes for?
I'm working on my counseling degree right now. So,
really?
Yep. I should be done with that around June. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really felt led to counseling. I mean, being in the school, and when I started, my end goal was to become a principal.
Yeah,
I wanted to be a principal. I had my mindset on being a principal. That was my goal, even through college, of going to be just a P5 teacher. I wanted to be a principal. And then actually when I got into school, my number one priority is making sure that the kids know that they're loved and they're cared about, and they always have someone in their corner, because a lot of students don't have that.
Right.
So counseling to me was a job that I could go in and still give that same thing. And like I think we were talking before, to me, if you build that foundation with your students, that relationship piece, the academics are going to come. So if they feel confident in their self, if they feel confident that they can succeed, then you will see those academics come. And with counseling, I feel like that I've been through a lot of similar things that I've done with students. I've had my parents divorced at a young age. I've had someone in my immediate family with substance abuse. I've had a loss of close family, like different things that these kids are going through every day that a lot of people don't see that people are going through. So it really led me into counseling, and I just want to make a difference in kids' lives.
That is awesome, man. And I probably already said this one, but me and everybody watching, we really appreciate it. I know it's a hard job. I've always been told, I don't know for sure, but I'm sure it's a really hard job.
It is. It's a very tough job, because but it's very rewarding. Because when you go home, it's not one of those jobs that you can really shut off.
Yeah.
Because I'm at home, I'm thinking about what I could have done better that day within a lesson, or is this kid going to be okay when he/she goes home, or what can I do better each day? So like even with Thanksgiving break, my mind's constantly there. So like you just constantly I'm
sure you build a bond with these kids.
You do, and you just can't let it shut off. And that's been from first year to now, like something that I've really had to work on, like, because obviously your first year you're still trying to figure everything out. And then now, like, making time like for everything else as well. So like school, trying to separate that,
trying to make the perfect balance. And I'm sure and I mean, all through school, you've been the nicest guy I've ever met.
For sure.
So I mean, I'm sure like you're the perfect person for the job, I think. I
appreciate it. And I try to show everyone that same love, that same kindness.
Let's turn the tables a little bit. So I remember whenever we were in school, we had like the switch classes and stuff like that. Do they still do that?
So this is at Clearfield, this is my third year. They used to switch classes, and then my last 2 years, and it's partly to the virus, we were self-contained. So we taught everything ourselves. We didn't switch classes.
Wow.
But this is my first year that we are departmentalized. So I teach all social studies, and we teach our own writing. And my 2 co-teachers, one teaches reading and one teaches math. So we do rotate within 3 classes. So that's been different. I've really enjoyed it. I like it a lot. But it's nice to have to, because in 5th grade you get tested in 5 subject areas with state testing. So it's nice to have one area that each teacher can really focus on. Make sure you're nailing it down to.
Yeah, that's awesome. Because like whenever we was in school, you had one teacher that would teach like 2 or 3 things, and then another teacher. So I'm happy that they're still doing that, because I mean, we graduated. So must be working.
And I know with middle and high, they still always
So another question I had: how was it teaching during the virus? Because it was your first year, or I think you said
it was my first year. So we started out virtual, and basically until after Christmas we were virtual that whole time. So it was.
How tough was that?
It was tough, because you're trying to have Zoom meetings and making sure that kids are in attendance, which is
I mean, you go down their house, hey, make sure you tune in.
And obviously, like, they're not. I mean, as a kid myself, I wouldn't have been paying attention.
No, like you're in 5th grade, man. Let's go play outside. Let's go play in the creek.
So it's hard to keep their attention.
Mr. Mason can't get us in the creek. Okay.
And then making sure they logged on to Google Classroom, completing assignments, and it was just tough, because I didn't really know how to navigate my first year
as a teacher anyway.
If it was normal, and then this was the first year for everyone being thrown completely different. So even going to my co-teachers were amazing. Like
so whenever you say co-teachers, what does that mean?
So they're my grade level teachers, but so like my first year, we had Stephanie Kidd and Mandy Hartzell, and they were great. And I have 2 great co-teachers now as well. So they really helped me navigate that first year, and it was new for them. So we were all just learning, adjusting. And at Clearfield, that's one thing I love about that. I feel like we're a big family, so like we can all depend on each other, and we know that everyone's looking out for each other, and we want the same for the kids, and we all have that same mind, that same goal in sight. So I've always felt like I had someone backing me up, someone who helped me. So that's
somebody in your corner,
someone in my corner. So that's really made it easier. Well, it wasn't easy. It was tough for everyone because we were trying to adjust. But and then after your first year, I still have to go into my second year completely different. So even at the beginning of my
so it's like you're a teacher all over again.
Yeah, just all over again. And then that second year, we're still quarantining kids for the first half of the year. So there'd be times where I'd only have like 5 kids in my class. Really? It would be in person because you'd have to quarantine if one kid had the virus, and then you'd have to quarantine everyone they've been in contact with. So then about halfway through that year, things sort of got back to normal. And then this year's been my first fully normal year.
In-person year.
In-person year.
So a question I had that I was wondering, what if whenever I grew up, I didn't have a computer. What if the kid couldn't log on?
So with my first year of teaching, we always, if they didn't have access, they could come check out a Chromebook from school. Like if they didn't have a computer, things like that. And then
that's cool.
They tried to find businesses or other places that would allow them to go for Wi-Fi and things like that, if it was of that nature. And then we just tried to help them navigate. And if we knew the circuit, we made it.
Made it work.
Or if we knew a kid, we would make paper packets. Okay. So they could have another way.
They just come out and pick it up, stuff like that.
Yep. And then just turn it back in when, I think it was 2-week periods. We'd give them another one within.
So you had to make plans for 2 weeks?
Yeah. At times we were doing online, making paper packets, trying to make it. Yeah. It was a lot of different things going on at once. So
there was a lot of trial and error.
It was because no one knew exactly what the best option was, because like I said, everyone was trying to navigate it. No one had seen that before. During school, especially that young of an age. Because I feel like as we got in middle school, high school, we done a lot more on computers. But elementary, it wasn't like that. So
and your attention span, my attention span, whenever I was in 5th grade, was this big.
Yeah, mine was too.
And I don't. Kudos to you, man. Yeah. Because there ain't no way that if I done the virtual thing whenever I was in school, I probably wouldn't have graduated.
Yeah.
We got a guy that works with me now, and he done it was crazy. I'm working with people that just graduated high school. I'm like, wow, we're so old. But he done class through the virtual thing, and he's like, yeah, he said it was actually really hard. He said, because if he didn't understand something, he would have to get in contact with the teacher and stuff like that. And me, I wasn't the best in school, and I was I know I'm very outgoing, but whenever it came to that stuff, I didn't want to ask for help.
Don't ask for it. Yeah.
And that's another thing we should touch. Hold on, okay. He said it was really hard. And he said that it was hard to navigate and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can imagine a student work, especially from a parent standpoint, because you're trying to help your child, and things have changed since, they changed since we've been in school. Things are taught different. So just trying to navigate that for everyone, from a school standpoint, from a student standpoint, from a parent standpoint, it was hard on everyone.
Yeah. Does very many kids come and ask you for help?
They do. And
do they?
Yeah, they
That's
do.
Good.
And I think that just goes back to that building that confidence, that relationship piece with it, that you make them feel like that you want them to come to help. Because I tell them, I was like, I'm going to make mistakes. If you notice, let me know, I'm not perfect. I need you guys just like you all need me. So just really making sure that they know that they can come to me with whatever they need. If they need help, if it's just talk about life, whatever.
That's awesome. So you're going to try to become a counselor, right?
Yep.
Are you going to try to stay K-5 and counsel that way, or?
I really think I would like to stick elementary. I think I would be happy any level, but I really want to stick with that elementary level. I think that and that also is where I've been, so that's where I feel most confident. Right. So I think that I would be happy anywhere, but probably stick elementary.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's sweet, man.
And I know a lot of people have a desire to leave Moorhead. I don't have any desire to leave, so I'll just stay. Yeah. I'd like to stay in this area and find a job here. It's whatever comes open, and just it really depends on too if where Abby gets a job.
Right.
Just, yeah.
So I wonder, I just got this question in my head. Do you think that the teaching would be different, like somewhere else? Like let's say like Lexington.
Oh yeah, I
think so.
It just depends on just because the size. Like we're at Clearfield,
that's another question. What's kind of the size of your classes?
So for us, luckily in 5th grade, we have 3 teachers, so we're only about 17 to 20 kids in class.
Well, that's not terrible.
Not bad, but we're the only grade level with 3 teachers. So the other grade levels, all of them, you're looking at 25 to 28 kids. So
that's like almost 10 more kids.
Yeah, it's a lot of kids. Yeah. So they I luckily with my first 3 years, we've had those smaller class sizes. Yeah. So I don't know. It'd be tough to teach with just thinking of 10 more kids in a class.
Yeah, I bet it should be super stressful.
Yeah.
Like, let's say, what do you think Lexington would be like?
I couldn't imagine. Like, I know they have smaller schools within the district, but I think that it would just be tougher. I don't.
It'd just be tough.
Knowing, or at least from what I think it would be. I mean, it could be the same, or it could be whatever, but
you're just happy where you're at.
Yeah, we're happy where I'm at. Yeah, which if I went to the Lexington area, I'd probably go more towards Georgetown.
Okay.
More towards Georgetown. My brother lives in Georgetown, so that's where.
Oh, you guys can go watch the Cats games.
Yeah, we watch Cats games.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be sweet.
It would be. It would be if we every weekend about football season. I'm down there anyway, so it'd be nice.
You got a rental house down there. Yeah, you stay on Saturday nights.
Yep.
So do you just watch college, or do you watch like other like NFL?
Oh, I'm a big Bengals fan.
Really?
Yeah. So
you've been to a game?
I have been to one. I went to Steelers. It was actually the year Ron Shazier got hurt, so it's really big game. I mean, anytime it's Bengals Steelers, it's a
big game.
And my dad and my brother are both Steelers fans. So I'm the only I'm the Bengals fan. So
you like Joey B?
Yeah, I love Joey B. I should have worked
Joe Shiesty.
Yeah. I know you had Cam on. Me and Cam, I go over to Cam's house and watch a lot of games. And last year in the playoffs, we watched every game together. And I'm a very nervous person during games. Like, and
no way, not you, man. I never would have figured.
I'm a person of habit, so like every game, like I got so nervous one game, I went outside and watched from the window. And
I do that stuff too, and I don't know why.
I don't know. It's like I know I don't have no effect on the game, but to me it works. It worked the first playoff game.
So they made it to the Super Bowl.
Every time we got down in the fourth quarter, and there was like 5 minutes left, I went outside. I made laps around their cars, second laps, and I'd watch from the window. One game it was snowing, so I was outside like the fourth quarter snow. I was like,
you probably had shorts on too, didn't you?
Yeah, I had shorts on. It's a cold night, but that's like during a UK game. I know it has no effect, but our house is sort of like an open concept, so there's just like one wall between our kitchen and the living room.
You just walk around.
So I walk through around it in between each time out and just
I do that too. Like I get so nervous and I just turn my head and I look away. I'm like, I can't watch it. I can't see it. But Sunday I went to a Colts game. First football game ever.
Eagles?
Yeah, Colts and Eagles. You know Nick Bradley?
Yeah,
we went together. We worked together. And we went together and it was awesome. The drive was awful. You ever been to Indiana?
I don't get me started on Indianapolis because Kentucky has the worst luck in Indianapolis. So
really?
Last year we went to the NCAA tournament game in Indianapolis and Kentucky lost St. Peter's. And then a couple years ago we played Duke and lost by 34 in Indianapolis. So Kentucky plays I don't have a good experience in Indianapolis. Yeah, it was crazy. We went last year. We had tickets for the Saturday game too as well because I mean everyone thought Kentucky was going to beat St. Peter's.
Yeah.
So we bought the next round tickets. We had our hotel for the whole weekend.
Oh my goodness.
We were so mad that night. We drove straight home.
Yeah.
We drove straight home.
Yeah. Golly.
Yeah.
But we went to that Colts game and I've never been to a major like an NBA game or MLB game, and it was awesome. We sat like in the top row or whatever, but it was so weird because I watched it on TV and then I'm like, wow, this is real life. This is insane. Yeah. But the Colts almost beat them.
They did.
They lost by one.
They did.
And the fans are the Eagles fans. I don't know if you guys are Eagles fans, but Eagles fans are crazy.
Yeah,
like they just don't care.
Well,
but it was sweet. It was awesome. I'd go back.
Yeah, I want to go back to another NFL game. they're so expensive. Like, it's like, especially with the Bengals being good now.
Right,
So it's changed things from a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing. I like the Reds a lot too, which it's very painful to be a Reds fan.
Yeah. I don't keep up with much baseball, but see, I liked Lucas Oil because the stadium was enclosed.
Yeah.
So it was cold outside, but we was warm inside. So at the Bengals, it's not.
No, they're not.
Do you know if is there any other stadium that's enclosed?
Yeah, there are some more.
Are they? Okay. I'll go to them.
Yeah.
And I'll go to the open ones in the summer. But other than that, I probably won't.
Yeah.
I don't like being cold.
You're not even cold.
I'm not a fan.
It's not your season right
now. No. I wear 3-4 layers.
I don't like the cold either, just because we have to do indoor recess and keeping kids indoor and outside.
I forgot about indoor recess.
Yep.
I forgot about that. Checkers on the big. You remember the big mat?
Yep.
For some reason, I remember playing checkers on that mat.
Yep.
That's probably just running through the halls, or do you keep them in the room?
I keep them in the room.
How do you? So you have 17 kids?
Yeah. Well, I have 18. Yeah.
Okay. How do you keep 18 kids entertained at recess?
So I've this year brought in a lot of board games and Chromebooks. I mean, if you give them any free time on a Chromebook, they love that. But and just we sometimes turn on Disney Plus or just different things. And Four Corners is a game that I always liked as a kid, so I try to play
7-Up.
7-Up, those different things. So just try to keep it different, because I mean, with winter they get bored of the same things. So you just gotta rotate what you do with them.
That's awesome. Another question I had that I'm thinking of questions as we're going, but another question I had: do you see a difference that you might not have noticed, like whenever we were kids and then kids now? Because I see people that they talk about like iPad kids and stuff like that. Do you see like any difference, you think?
I think I do see a difference, but I think that's with everyone in general. I think that from the virus, like from the, I think post virus, there's a lot of differences with everyone, because we were shut in so much, and people are so dependent on phones now. And
I started a podcast.
Different ventures. So I think it's going to be a generational thing that we see throughout. I think all ages. That's awesome.
I just wondering. I just don't know. I don't have any kids of my own, so
I don't either.
You have 18.
That is true. I do have 18.
You have 18 kids.
I have 18. No, I mean, I don't have any kids yet, but 18 of my own. That is true.
Yeah.
And I actually have almost 52, because I teach all.
Oh yeah! Wow.
You
have a lot of kids.
Yeah, a lot of kids.
Oh well, Cody, this has been awesome. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you having me on.
Hey, thank you so much.
No problem.